Up front will be Ryan Bean and Brendan Timon on the front row. Edmund Jones, Sean Conklin have the second row. Rusty Modesty and Preston DeMello on the third row. Andrew Thornton is back there on the fourth control. Race control will drop off. Jackson McLean, Byron Bartlett rounding out the top 10. Chad Biesinger, Ricky Wentworth 11th and 12th. 13th is Michael Crafton, Fred Hoolin 14th, Jason Blatz in 15th, Terry DeGay in 16th. Austin Edwards is the cone car, so he will not be starting the race, obviously. Casey Pacala in 18th, Kyle Martin 19th. 20th is Joseph Smith and Ed Jones Sr. in 21st. But as mentioned, both race control cars will not be taken to the grid. So 7th place and 17th place, well that's interesting, will not be on track. Everybody behind them advances. If you have a favorite driver in the field, as always, drop their name in the comments. Let us know who you're cheering for. Let them know that you're cheering for them. It will take a few laps to get these tires up to heat, get full grip out of them. The way this track is laid out with 3 different sets of banking and radius turns and 3 different sets of banking on the straightaway, things are going to get a little bit interesting out there the first few laps. Once they have some heat in those tires, though, things will definitely start to speed up. Seeing some really low 15-second lap times in practice. Expect them to get down into the 14 for some of the guys at the top. One more lap around, then Barney the flag man will drop the green flag. These boys will go racing. It'll be a drag race into turn 1, and everybody holding their breath, hoping things go their way from there. A lot of chaos in the Legends cars, but these cars are bigger, more planted, more grip. It will be a good battle. Pace car is in. Ryan Bean, Brendan Timon getting ready to fire at the drop of the green flag right now. Green flag in the air. Off into turn 1, side by side throughout the field. No 3-wide racing yet. Couple of close calls in the back of the pack, but Ryan Bean manages to pull ahead. Now off of turn 3 is where we've seen quite a few issues. Drivers saying extremely slick right through there. Mid-pack, a lot of guys moving up, moving back, trying to find the rhythm. These cars, not the easiest in the world to drive. You've got to be really careful on the brakes, on the throttle, not to offset and throw the car around. And this track, not the easiest in the world in a car that's a little bit finicky. Andrew Thornton in 7th just ran the fastest lap so far, but times are continuing to drop. Brendan Timon just ran it in 2nd. He's going for the lead. Terry DeGay and Joseph Smith have crashed in the back of the field. No caution. There it is. Caution is out. As they were battling, 3-car battle for the lead. Let's see what happened. Through turn 3, Terry DeGay right there. Joseph Smith spins and Terry DeGay clips the wall and also spins. Race control throwing the caution before the leaders got there at full speed. That could have been an even bigger deal. Terry DeGay is on pit road. Terry DeGay has repaired. He is back up off pit road. Ryan Bean still up front. Brendan Timon in second, Sean Coughlin in third, Ed Jones in fourth, Preston DeMello in fifth. Got a lot of guys that have picked up 1 or 2 spots. Biggest mover so far, though, Kyle Martin, who started in 18th, is already up to 12th. Ed Jones Sr.'s picked up 3 spots. He is now up in 17th, and the cone car is on his way out. If you've never seen cone racing before, normally they would use an actual cone. However, it's iRacing and everything needs to be different. So, since that's not a normal option in iRacing, what we've got going on here is this truck will go to the start-finish line. He'll sit in the middle of the track, and then the drivers will come around. They can choose which line they want to restart in. Once they pick their line, they have to make the commitment by the time they get to the cone. And Edwards always gives us a little bit of a show in the cone car. The rule is, however, if you hit the cone car, you get an end-of-line penalty, and we did see the first time officially that the cone car was hit Friday night in the super late models. And let's hop in the cockpit with Austin Edwards and wait for everybody to come around. We'll see, does anybody hit him? This truck is wide, this front straightaway is not. There goes the pace car, and here they come, choosing their line. Everybody making the wise choice to commit early. Ooh, there's a couple of them that got close there. And I think, nope, that was Austin getting on the gas. I thought somebody had tapped him there for a second. All right, they'll get 1 to green at the line. Pretty even balance between both lines here tonight so far. Pace car will drop off coming through here. There he goes. And Ryan Bean has the right to fire first. And he's down and away. Green flag in the air. Ryan gets a good jump on the field into turn 1. Everybody giving a little extra room here. We've got a car checking up coming out of turn 2. I believe that is Sean Conklin that no, that was not Conklin. Cars crashing. There are cars flying on the front straightaway. Caution is out. That was Edmund Jones on the inside line, struggling to get grip. He goes around, and a bunch of cars, we talked about this, wreck avoidance is going to be huge here because these cars, 2 of them side by side, or nose to tail from wall to wall, take up the entire front straightaway. Byron Bartlett involved in that. He just gets caught up behind everything, trying to get through a hole that closed a little too quickly. Ricky Wentworth also involved. And Ricky tried to check up, but just couldn't get stopped in time. Probably the least amount of damage of anybody that went through there. Trying to see who actually went flying. Oh. The 81. Jackson McLean. Nope, it does not look like we got a good close-up clip of Jackson's flight. Unfortunately. Cone car should be rolling off pit road any moment. Let's see. if we can get... There is Jackson McLean up on the high side in the 81 car. Everything happens. He almost had it cleared. Gets bumped into the outside wall. Goes for a barrel roll. And race control is rolling off pit road. The cone car is going to assume the position. No fancy driving coming to the line for Austin. And now he's doing it. And let's hop in the car and watch as everybody makes their choices. Here comes the pace car. You see them already. Wise choice tonight. They are not waiting till the last. Some of them did. Some of these tracks are wide enough and you have enough room, you can make that choice as late as possible, but some of these guys are cutting it way closer than you would have expected. All right, they get the 1 to green. Several cars came through that clean and picked up a lot of spots. Ryan Bean, Brendan Tynan still have the front. Timon still have the front row. Rusty Modesty, Sean Conklin on the second. Kyle Martin and Casey Pacala have made it up to 5th and 6th. This could get interesting with Casey making it through so much. Cars are down and away. Green flag in the air. Off into turn 1. Oh, we've got one down on the bottom. Clips the apron. Everybody makes it through, but a couple of close calls there. And guys really starting to make it work. Kyle Martin coming forward. Casey Pacala trying to follow him through. Pacala moves up to the high side now. Caution is out. Looks like possibly another big one involving Michael Crafton. Crafton up on the, oh, we just looked like, I think that was Ed Jones just drifted up mid-turn and gets into the side of him. Joseph Smith gets collected. Looks like Preston DeMello might have gotten collected in that as well. Let's see what happened to Preston here. Yeah, there's Preston up on the high side, just ran out of track. Barely, Joseph and Preston ought to be okay. Pretty minor hit for both. And Matika in cheering. Rusty Modesty now up to second. Ryan Bean still has the lead. Brendan Timon in third. Sean Conklin in fourth. Kyle Martin now up into fifth. Casey Pacala in sixth. Fred Houle is seventh. Jason Blatz is eighth. Ricky Wentworth is ninth. Jackson McLean is 10th. Preston DeMello, Michael Crafton, Byron Bartlett, and Ed Jones Sr. round out the 14 cars on the lead lap. Edmund Jones is the first car, one lap down. We'll see if he gets lucky dogged around the track or if somebody already did. Andrew Thornton in 16th and Terry Duguay in 17th. And there is Austin getting ready to roll off of pit road, go assume his position at the start-finish line. Here he comes off of pit road. A little bit of a show for us coming through turn 3. Always count on Austin to put on a good show and build an awesome setup shop. If you haven't checked out Edward's setup shop, go do it. Free setups for iRacing. If you like what you get, make sure you go to the Tire Money channel and donate if you can. Here they come, choosing their lane. A lot more cars dropping to the inside lane this time. I think a couple of guys are actually going to make up a lot of track position here just by hopping to the high side. Look at that, Ricky Wentworth, one of the drivers that came to the high side at the choose cone, has now picked up quite a few spots, put himself back up there in the top 6. The trick will be holding that high line and holding on to that position. Obviously the low line a bit faster, and at least at part of the track, and that's why most of the drivers are choosing the bottom line. Pace car is in. Ryan Bean, Brendan Timon going to bring him down. Green flag is in the air. They're down and away. Ryan gets another good jump into turn 1. Most of the field makes it through everybody makes it through turn 1 clean, down through turn 2. Turn 3 is where, we've got cars wrecking in the short chute between 2 and 3. Looks like Preston DeMello is involved again. Preston not having any luck tonight, regardless of where he is on track. Car just came off the outside wall. That was Jason Blatz. Let's see what happened to Blatz, because it looked like he just bounced off the outside wall. Let's try a different angle on him this time, because I don't know that he got the wall. I think he thought he was clear. Yeah, he started trying to dive in, didn't realize there was a car below him. Several cars involved. Ed Jones, Byron Bartlett involved. Ed Jones, Joseph Smith, Jason Blatz. Several cars headed to pit road for repairs. Andrew Thornton was caught in it. We did say it could be an attrition race. Some of these guys might be able to advance their position just by wreck avoidance. That is the map of the track, and you see it is 3 turns, 3 different radius, 3 different sets of banking. The straightaways are banked different, all 3. Does make for a very tricky track to drive. They call Pocono the tricky triangle. This one is just the tiny triangle. Waiting for Austin to roll down. There he goes. Austin rolling down pit road. And getting ready to take the cone truck to the start-finish line. And a little bit of showing off. Austin drifting it through turn 2. He's going to put on a drift show for you. Now, some of these guys, surprisingly, I did not expect guys to be waiting till the last minute to choose here today. But obviously, we've seen some guys cutting it really close. So let's see how close they try and cut it this time. And remember, if anybody hits the cone truck, EOL, end of the longest line. Everybody choosing a lot more quickly this time. Looks like nobody wants to cut it. I think Ed Jones Sr. might have been playing with the cone truck there for a second. Looked like he was turning toward him. Might have been just trying to startle him a little bit. Pace car about to drop off. Green flag is in the air. They're down and away again. Off into turn 1. Everybody trying to sort themselves out and get as much position. Brendan Timon is in the battle for the lead now. He did not let Ryan Bean get away on that restart. All over the back bumper. Sean Conklin in 3rd. And there is a big battle, 4th, 5th, 6th. Oh, we've got a car dropping down. The 99, he slides back up the track. The 6 holds on to it. And look at that, Casey Pacala sneaks through on the bottom. Casey Pacala now up to 4th. Kyle Martin back to 5th. Rusty Modesty in 6th. It is not over yet. As several close calls as they go into turn 3. Ryan Bean out front. Brendan Timon in 2nd. Sean Conklin in 3rd. Have started to open up a gap. But Casey Pacala has cleared all the traffic. He has been the dominant driver in this series. And he is on his way to the front. And a battle for the lead. Ryan Bean looking to the inside through turn 3. Couldn't get there, and it allowed Sean Conklin to pull right back up to the back bumper. Terry Duguay right in front of him drops to the, down into pit road. Down through turn 3. Into turn 1 they go. It'll be 20 to go next time by. The top 3 have a 1-second lead over Casey Pacala. Kyle Martin back in 5th. Jackson McLean in 6th. They got a good battle going for 6th, 7th, and 8th place. Jackson McLean, Michael Crafton, Rusty Modesty, all in that battle. Byron Bartlett is starting to gain on him. And Fred Houle in 10th. Preston DeMello up back in 11th. Edmund Jones in 12th. 13th is Ricky Wentworth and Ed Jones in 14th. Ryan Bean, now that they've had some time to get heat into the tires, is starting to open up a bit of a lead over Conklin. Brendan Timon in 3rd, still with him for the moment. Casey Pekela in fourth, 1.1 second back. Kyle Martin, oh, Kyle blinking there. Michael Crafton now up to 6. He has managed to get past Jackson. And they are pulling away briefly from Rusty Modesty. Brendan Timon back in third. Kyle Martin is battling Casey Pekela now. Looks like Martin's going to clear it, but he did clip the apron and made the car a little unstable. Pekela now drops to the bottom. Michael Crafton and Jackson McLean right there. Oh, it gets really close as Crafton is all over the back bumper. Jackson McLean, best seat in the house right now. Let's ride along with him. Off into turn 3. Everybody's a little unstable, getting on the gas. The back end really trying to go around. Oh, nice save by Jackson McLean. And he is fighting that car all the way around the track. This track being so small, being laid out the way it is tricky. Once the car gets loose or you start to lose control, it can take a lap just to save it. Kyle Martin closing back up as Casey Pekela is holding on to fourth, but Michael Crafton all over that back bumper. Crafton trying to angle it in underneath. He gets a little bit loose. Can he do it? Crafton on the bottom into turn 1. Ryan Bean still out front. Sean Conklin in second. Jackson McLean has come to pit road. Brendan Timon in third. Michael Crafton finally clears. He is up to fourth. Pekela back to fifth. And Kyle Martin all over the back bumper of Casey Pekela. Casey trying to shut the door into turn 1. Kyle way up high, trying to carry as much momentum. Loses a little bit of ground. Casey pulling away. 6 laps to go. Ryan Bean about to get 5 to go from the spotter. And a car stopped down. Oh, the caution comes out. Looks like it's Edmund Jones. He tried to tow. I don't know what happened there to Edmund. His engine went. So now we'll come down to a green-white checkered. Can Ryan Bean hold these guys off? Michael Crafton has caught up to the field, up to the leaders now. Ryan Bean has been able to pull away from everybody else so far, but now he's going to have Crafton right there with him. Austin Edwards should be rolling off. Terry Duguay still on pit road after his earlier incident. And it looks like, looking to see, DeMello's off, Jason Blatt's off, Biesinger is off. So it looks like at the moment 12 cars left on the track. 11 on the lead lap. Ryan Bean, Sean Conklin, Brendan Timon, Michael Crafton, Casey Pacala, Kyle Martin in 6th, Jackson McLean 7th, Rusty Modesty in 8th, Byron Bartlett 9th, and 10th is Fred Houle. Ricky Wentworth in 11th, and the 12th place car is Ed Jones, 1 lap down. We'll see. He may be waved around. Looks like Ricky Wentworth. No, Ricky Wentworth is the first car, 1 lap down. He's at the tail end of the line. Austin Edwards about to pull off of pit road and go assume the position on the start-finish line. And a little bit of a drift show on the way out. Green-white checkered finish here. It's going to get really dicey. Everybody's going to go for everything they can get. And I'm wondering how many will actually attempt to start on the high side. They know they're going to lose at least 1 position, but if the majority of the cars go to the bottom line, you could pick up quite a bit of track position just going up to the top. And they split it, the front 2 rows. They're going pretty evenly right now. And that's that. Pretty even split. 1 or 2 more cars on the bottom, but so Ryan Bean will lead them down. He will get to control the restart here for the green-white checkered at Concord. That long green flag run definitely helped a couple of drivers. Ryan Bean and Michael Crafton really benefited from that. A couple of drivers lost a little bit of ground, like Casey Pacala. We'll see if they can make something back and something happen on this green-white checkered. Pace car is in. Ryan Bean can go once he's in the restart zone. Everybody is tight on the bumper in front of him. And Bean is away. Green flag in the air. Gets a good jump on Conklin. Here comes Brendan Timon and Michael Crafton. Top 4 almost nose to tail. Crafton. Oh! Got a car to the outside. Sean Conklin got too high through 3, excuse me. Ended up in the wall and several cars slipped by. We've got one spinning as they come down to the checker flag. It's going to be Ryan Bean for the win. Michael Crafton comes home in 2nd. Sean Conklin is 3rd. Casey Pacala comes home 4th. And Jackson McLean is 5th. Looks like Brendan Timon is the car that went around. And it looks like, I think he just got a little too low. Tried to push a little too hard up off the turn. Looks like Rusty Modesty might have been involved in something right after that. There's Rusty coming through turn 3. Guys pushing up and oh! Rusty finishes backwards. Nice finish, Rusty. All right, let's see if we can get a hold of Sean Conklin. Hey, Sean, this is Doug up in the booth. You got me? Sean Conklin, this is Doug in the booth. You got me? All All right, couldn't get a hold of Sean. Let's see if we can get Michael. Hey, Michael, this is Doug in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, wow, what a race. The very first big caution, you managed to pick up about half the field, started in 12th and finished second. That was one heck of a run.
Yeah, it was a pretty good run. I screwed myself over in qualifying. I had a good lap going and then just lost it coming to the checkered and couldn't get it stopped in time. But yeah, it was a real good race.
It looked like once you guys got some heat in the tires on that long run, you were just kind of marching past everybody.
Yeah, I needed a caution a little bit, or just one more caution, and I probably could have had a shot at it. But I mean, dude got a good win. It was a good race, and I had fun.
All right, man. Congratulations. That was one heck of a run.
Thank you.
All right, let's see if we can get a hold of our winner. Hey, Ryan, this is Doug in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir. What's going on?
Hey, man. Congratulations. That was one heck of a win.
Yeah, I had to work for it there at the end. It was nice having that long green flag run, and then of course, you know, these things always go. There's always a yellow, so you got to have your best. And I got really lucky. 58 tried to send me into a different universe there, and I just held on to it, luckily.
Well, it did get a little bit sketchy, and yeah, the long green flag run, you were really starting to open up one heck of a lead there, but obviously, like you said, whenever the big lead comes, that seems to be when the caution comes out.
Yep, that's always what it is. That's why whenever I get in a lead like that, I kind of just try to maintain, save some tire, because if you burn it up, yeah, you're no good when the whole field gets bunched back up.
Well, man, the strategy worked. You qualified on the pole and dominated the night on what was not an easy race. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, and what an epic night it was. A great night of racing from Concord. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we did. Don't forget you can find all the past races on our YouTube channel, and these two races will be on there later this evening. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys had a great night. We'll see you tomorrow.